Ladies and gentlemen, when we speak about strength, we often think of lifting, training, or pushing the body beyond its limits, but strength is not only built in the gym. True strength is preserved in the stillness, especially at night, when the body recovers and the mind resets. Seniors, this time is not just important, it is sacred, because as we age, something silent begins to happen. The muscles we spent a lifetime building begin to fade, slowly, quietly, unless we act. Today, I will share with you something simple, yet powerful, a practice not of movement, but of nourishment, a habit before sleep that can determine whether your body continues to support you or begins to betray you. So let us walk this path together. Let us understand what to eat, when to eat it, and why your muscles depend on it. As we grow older, our bodies naturally begin to undergo changes that are often subtle at first, but gradually become more noticeable. One of the most significant and impactful of these changes is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. This process, known as sarcopenia, begins as early as the age of 30 and accelerates with each passing decade. While it may seem like an unavoidable part of aging, it's important to understand that this loss is not only natural, it's also preventable to a large extent. The human body is designed for movement and activity, and muscle plays a vital role in maintaining balance, posture, mobility, and overall vitality. With age, the signals that drive muscle maintenance begin to weaken. Hormonal changes, reduced physical activity, and a slower metabolism all contribute to this decline. Muscles that are not consistently challenged or properly nourished start to shrink. This doesn't happen overnight. It is a slow erosion that takes place over years. However, if not addressed, the consequences can be serious. Reduced mobility, increased risk of falls, and a loss of independence. Many seniors assume that slowing down is a normal part of aging and that frailty is simply inevitable. But this is not entirely true. Studies have shown that even individuals in their 70s, 80s, and beyond can regain muscle strength and size with proper exercise and nutrition. The key is awareness and action. Understanding that muscle loss is not purely a result of age, but also of inactivity and nutritional neglect, is the first step toward change. One of the most overlooked factors contributing to age-related muscle loss is diet. Specifically, the body's protein intake becomes increasingly important with age. While younger people may be able to maintain muscle with minimal effort, older adults need more targeted support to maintain their strength. This is because the body becomes less efficient at processing protein, and more deliberate effort is needed to supply muscles with the building blocks they require. Unfortunately, many seniors do not consume enough protein, especially in the later parts of the day when it matters most for recovery. Muscles are living tissues that require constant care. Just as a plant withers without water, muscle tissue deteriorates without the right nutrients. In the context of aging, the body's ability to repair and rebuild muscle slows down, and this is further compounded by poor dietary choices or inadequate calorie and protein intake. This is where nighttime nutrition becomes essential. During sleep, the body enters a phase of deep repair. Growth hormone is released, and the muscles begin to regenerate. If the body lacks the proper fuel during this window, the recovery process is incomplete, and muscles continue to shrink. The belief that age itself is the enemy is misleading. It is not time that weakens the body, it is inaction, neglect, and the belief that decline is inevitable. Aging presents a choice. You can choose to surrender to the natural course, or you can choose to adapt, to nourish, and to strengthen what remains. Muscle loss may be natural, but it is not beyond your control. By recognizing the risks early and making simple yet powerful changes to your daily habits, particularly around nutrition and activity, you can significantly slow or even reverse the trend. The body operates according to rhythms, and one of the most important cycles it follows is the daily transition from wakefulness to rest. During the day, we expend energy, we move, we think, and we break down our body tissues, especially muscle, through everyday activities. But it is during the night, in the quiet hours of sleep, that the body begins to repair, regenerate, and rebuild. This process is particularly crucial for seniors, whose bodies are more sensitive to nutritional fluctuations and slower to recover without the right support. Nighttime, therefore, becomes a critical window for muscle preservation and overall well-being. Nutrition is not only about what we eat, but also about when we eat. As people age, metabolism slows and digestion becomes less efficient, making timing even more essential. What many people overlook is the importance of the pre-sleep meal. This final intake of the day plays a unique role in fueling the body through the long overnight fast and directly supports the muscle repair that takes place while sleeping. The right nutrients consumed before bed act as a signal to the body, telling it there is enough fuel available to build, not break down. Seniors, in particular, face a unique challenge. As the body becomes more resistant to muscle building signals known as anabolic resistance, it requires a higher quality and more consistent supply of amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. Without a steady stream of these nutrients, especially at night when no food is consumed for several hours, the body begins to tap into its own muscle stores to meet its energy demands. This silent catabolic process eats away at lean mass and accelerates the loss of strength. The danger is that this muscle breakdown is not immediately visible. It happens gradually, night after night, in the absence of proper dietary support. Over time, the accumulation of these small losses becomes significant. What starts as a minor decrease in strength or balance can lead to larger consequences like difficulty climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or even maintaining posture while walking. These are not just inconveniences, they are indicators of deeper biological decline. By ensuring the body receives adequate nutrition before bed, particularly in the form of protein and essential micronutrients, seniors can counteract this loss. The goal is to provide the body with exactly what it needs at the time it is most ready to repair. This includes easily digestible, high-quality protein sources such as Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a low-sugar protein shake. When consumed 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, these foods help stabilize blood sugar, support muscle synthesis, and promote restful, restorative sleep. It is also important to recognize that the benefits of nighttime nutrition extend beyond muscle maintenance. It supports immune function, improves bone health, and enhances the quality of sleep itself. A well-nourished body sleeps better, and a body that sleeps well repairs more efficiently. For seniors, this becomes a powerful feedback loop. Eat well before bed, sleep better, maintain strength, and remain independent longer. Muscle loss does not only occur because of aging, it occurs because the body is not given what it needs when it needs it most. Understanding and respecting the nighttime window as a key opportunity for nourishment allows seniors to take control of their health. It is not about eating more, it is about eating smarter, with awareness of the body's natural rhythms and its increasing nutritional demands. The right choices before bed can make the difference between slow decline and active aging, between weakness and sustained strength. Protein is one of the most essential nutrients for the human body, especially when it comes to maintaining and repairing muscle tissue. For seniors, its importance increases significantly. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at processing and utilizing protein to build and maintain muscle. This phenomenon, known as anabolic resistance, means older adults require more protein per meal than younger individuals to stimulate the same level of muscle repair and growth. While consuming protein throughout the day is important, one of the most overlooked but powerful times to consume it is before bed. The body does not stop functioning during sleep. On the contrary, sleep is a time when the body engages in critical repair processes. Muscle tissue that has been broken down during the day through movement, activity, or even just the stress of daily life undergoes regeneration. This regeneration relies heavily on the availability of amino acids, which are derived from dietary protein. If protein is lacking before sleep, the body does not have the necessary tools to carry out this repair. As a result, the muscles remain in a state of breakdown longer than they should, leading to gradual loss of strength and mass over time. Eating a protein-rich snack before bed helps counter this effect by supplying the bloodstream with a steady flow of amino acids during the night. This is particularly important because the body typically goes for 7 to 9 hours without food during sleep. Without adequate fuel during this extended fasting period, it often turns to muscle protein as an energy source. By consuming a slowed, digesting protein source in the evening, such as casein from dairy products, the body is better equipped to sustain muscle protein synthesis throughout the night. This not only supports recovery, but helps to preserve lean muscle mass, which is critical for overall function and independence in older adults. Several studies have demonstrated that consuming around 20 to 40 grams of high-quality protein before bed can improve overnight muscle protein synthesis in seniors. This means the body is actively repairing and building muscle while at rest, provided the right nutrients are available. Foods such as Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a specially formulated nighttime protein shake can serve as excellent pre-sleep protein options. These are not heavy meals but targeted nutritional tools meant to align with the body's nighttime repair cycle. The type of protein consumed also matters. Casein, for example, is a slow-releasing protein that provides a gradual stream of amino acids into the bloodstream, which is ideal for overnight support. Whey protein, on the other hand, is rapidly absorbed and may be more suitable earlier in the day. Combining both throughout the day and focusing on casein or similar slowed, digesting sources before bed offers the best of both worlds. This strategy ensures the muscles are nourished not just when it's convenient, but when it's most necessary. Beyond muscle preservation, pre-sleep protein intake has additional benefits. It can improve sleep quality by stabilizing blood sugar and reducing nighttime hunger, which are common issues for many seniors. It also supports immune function, aids in metabolic health, and contributes to the maintenance of other tissues such as skin and bones. When integrated consistently into a nightly routine, this habit becomes a small yet powerful act of self-care that pays significant dividends in strength, mobility, and resilience. The loss of muscle does not have to be accepted as an unchangeable consequence of aging. With the right knowledge and habits, seniors can take meaningful steps to protect their strength and vitality. Protein-rich snacks before bed are not just a dietary choice. They are a proactive measure against decline, rooted in science and aligned with the body's natural rhythms. As people age, their bodies become more sensitive to the quality and timing of food intake. One of the most underestimated factors that impacts muscle health and overall well-being in seniors is the consumption of sugar, especially at night. While sugar may offer a quick burst of energy or emotional comfort, consuming it before bed has consequences that go far beyond momentary satisfaction. For older adults trying to preserve muscle mass and improve recovery during sleep, late night sugar intake can be a hidden disruptor. The human body operates through a delicate balance of hormones that regulate everything from hunger and energy use to muscle building and fat storage. One of the key players in this system is insulin, which helps cells absorb glucose from the blood and influences how the body handles protein. When a senior consumes sugary foods late at night, insulin levels spike and blood sugar levels rise quickly. While this might seem harmless, the resulting hormonal imbalance can interfere with the secretion of growth hormone, one of the most important hormones involved in nighttime muscle repair and regeneration. Growth hormone is primarily released during the early stages of sleep and is most effective when the body is in a stable, low-insulin state. Consuming sugar or high-glycemic foods close to bedtime disrupts this process by elevating insulin and blood sugar levels precisely when they should be dropping. This hormonal conflict blunts the body's ability to repair and grow muscle tissue. Over time, this leads to an environment where muscle loss is more likely to accelerate despite other healthy habits. In addition to interfering with growth hormone, sugar consumption at night can also disturb sleep quality itself. Elevated blood sugar before bed often causes restlessness, shallow sleep, or even night waking due to a sudden blood sugar drop later in the night. Poor sleep contributes to a decline in muscle recovery, a decrease in cognitive performance, and an increase in stress hormones like cortisol. High cortisol levels are associated with further muscle breakdown and fat gain, creating a cycle that is hard to reverse once established. Another important consideration is how sugar affects appetite regulation. Eating sweets at night can trigger cravings that carry over into the next day. This leads to overeating or a preference for more carbohydrate-heavy meals that don't provide the protein necessary to maintain muscle mass. This shift in eating behavior can subtly erode muscle health over time by crowding out nutrient-dense options in favor of quick, processed foods. Seniors already face challenges with appetite and digestion, so every meal and snack becomes an opportunity to either support or sabotage their muscle preservation efforts. Replacing sugary snacks with more balanced options is one of the most effective changes seniors can make. Choosing foods with a combination of protein, healthy fats, and fiber before bed helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night and supports hormone function. These foods promote deeper sleep and provide the necessary amino acids and nutrients for the body to repair muscle tissue efficiently. Over time, these small shifts lead to greater energy, improved mobility, and a better overall quality of life. The goal is not to eliminate all pleasure from food, but to make choices that serve the body's changing needs with age. Understanding how sugar interferes with the body's nighttime recovery process empowers seniors to make informed decisions. Rather than indulging in something sweet before bed out of habit or emotion, they can choose to fuel their recovery with intention. This creates a nighttime environment that supports the very thing most at risk with age: muscle strength and physical independence. Consistency is one of the most powerful yet underestimated tools in preserving strength and vitality as we age. While occasional healthy meals or sporadic exercise can bring short-term benefits, it is the daily habits, those repeated routines that are sustained over weeks, months, and years, that truly determine long-term outcomes. For seniors, this truth becomes even more vital. The body's ability to rebuild and maintain muscle becomes less responsive with age, making consistent evening habits a key factor in holding on to strength, mobility, and independence. Evening routines play a unique role in shaping the body's recovery process. Unlike the active hours of the day when energy is used and muscle is often broken down, the night is a time of rebuilding. But this rebuilding process does not happen automatically. It requires a signal provided by behavior. When the body is consistently fed the right nutrients and allowed to rest in a stable environment, it learns to anticipate the recovery process. Hormones align, muscle protein synthesis is optimized, and energy is stored appropriately. Without consistency, however, the body becomes confused, recovery is delayed, and the gradual decline in muscle mass accelerates. Seniors often face challenges that make consistency more difficult. Changes in appetite, sleep disturbances, medication schedules, or varying levels of activity. These factors can lead to irregular eating habits, skipped meals, or poor nighttime nutrition. But building a steady evening routine, even if it's simple, helps anchor the body's rhythm and supports the systems responsible for strength maintenance. A nightly habit of consuming a protein-rich snack, engaging in light movement or stretching, and preparing for restful sleep can become a foundation for improved muscle health over time. When a habit becomes part of the daily rhythm, the body adapts more effectively. If a senior consumes a small, protein-rich meal before bed at the same time each night, the body begins to expect it. This triggers the release of digestive enzymes and readies the muscles to receive and use the incoming nutrients. Similarly, establishing a regular bedtime helps regulate circadian rhythms, which control hormone release and influence muscle recovery. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day improves sleep quality and allows the body to enter deeper stages of rest, where growth hormone is most active. In the same way, if there is no structure, if bedtime is erratic, if evening meals vary wildly in quality or timing, or if nighttime routines are skipped altogether, the body loses that biological rhythm. This disrupts everything from digestion to hormone balance and ultimately slows down recovery. Seniors are especially vulnerable to this because their systems are already less efficient. A lack of routine amplifies the challenges and speeds up the natural decline. It is important to understand that consistency does not require complexity. The routine can be simple: a set time for a light, balanced snack, a short period of gentle stretching or breathing, and an environment that signals the body it's time to rest. Over time, this routine becomes ingrained, reducing decision fatigue and removing the need for willpower. The habit runs on its own, and the benefits compound quietly in the background. Strength is maintained not through dramatic effort, but through repetition. By maintaining this rhythm each night, seniors give their bodies the stability needed to perform at a higher level during the day. Muscles are repaired more effectively, energy levels remain more stable, and mental clarity improves. Each evening then becomes not just an ending, but a preparation for the next day's strength. The consistency of these habits shapes the future of physical performance far more than any single workout or supplement ever could.